What's going on, YouTube? We're gonna start this taper off right here. For my man, we're gonna kind of just comb that out. Make sure we get all them loose hairs out them braids. Sometimes they can get entangled in there. I'm gonna throw the 2 on there, just kind of get those hairs down, get it nice prepped up for the little taper. Go down to the half guard right away. Put a little small guideline in there. Just flick the wrist. It don't gotta be a hard line. You could just blend that out a little bit, feather it. Throw that 1 clip on there. Leave the lever to a 1.5. And just kind of get around the ears and just prepping it, guys. Just getting it ready for the line and the little taper. Same thing back here. Just a 1.5. We get right to it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I use the 2, but the way his braids are laying, I don't really want to go at it with a bigger clip. I'd rather just use that 1.5 and just finesse it. Feel me? Just keep combing it. Get all them hairs, nice and straight. All the loose hair, excess hair, get that out of there. It's a nice clean surface area, like I always say, just so you can see what you're doing. Use the corners as much as you could, guys. Using the corners of the clipper just helps. It's just another position to just blend it. You could go flat, flick the wrist, whatever works for you, but I like to use that corner. It makes it a little easier to get them dark spots out, like the predominant dark spots that you can't really get out, so to speak. Yeah, we keep that at a number 1. And just get that bottom layer out. Notice I didn't put like a hard guideline in there. I just kind of went right at it with the 1.5 and just kind of, you don't, sometimes you could work your way down. You don't got to like start that hard line. Go to this half guard here, just kind of make it all come together. Just flick the wrist. Flick the wrist. Up to that, I'm balled it out now. Lever adjustment up all the way, just kind of. And then notice you're going to be moving the lever a lot anyway, in between the cut. Just use that lever adjustment. That's what it's there for. You just want to blend everything out. Sometimes, you could drop it. You could go close with it. Whatever works better for you. This is the thing, guys. You're going to have to, do what works for you best. I could sit here and tell you how to cut all day. This is how I do it. But I do it in many different ways. This is just one of them. Same thing on the other side. Just kind of work that blend a little bit. Get it ready for that line. I'm gonna go with these edges and just clean it up. Give me a better idea what I'm working with. You could always go back and touch it up. Don't find yourself stuck in one spot, for too long. Thinking about your move, just move. Just keep moving. Just balding that bottom half of that taper out. Get them neck hairs off. Make sure you get around that ear. Yeah, that's my little man here. He just wanted a little cleanup for the day, just a little edge up. Notice how I'm using that corner of that blade. It's like a pencil. That's how I always look at it. It's almost like you can just draw with it. Use the corner. That's right, guys. Always remember this. You can't put hair back. You know what I'm saying? So try not to go so deep in the beginning. Give yourself some hair to work with. A little bit off at a time. Get the shape real nice and then finesse it. You can't put the hair back. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, share it with your people. You know, if you know somebody upcoming and trying to learn how to cut hair. I mean, that's what my channel is going to be based on. You know, just helping people get an idea how to do just simple all-day haircuts in a barbershop. You know, that's what I do. That's how I make a living. Feed the fam. Same thing here. Just use the corner of the blade. Don't take too much off. Just kind of just shape it. And then you could always finesse it with the razor too. That's what the tools are for, guys. Make your job easier, you know? Always comb out the little loose hairs. You don't want to get the long ones. When someone got braids, you kind of just want to be as conservative as you can. Don't take none of that bulk off because they need that, especially when, you know, the braids ain't freshly done or whatever. You know, there might be loose hairs out, you know, just from sleeping and stuff like that, putting a hat on. Don't cut that stuff off. Always remember I said that. Leave as much hair alone as you can. Just pull it away, pull the taper area down, and just get to it. Just a light line up in the front there. For me, this is just a rough copy. You know, I always like to use that razor at the end. That's where the magic happens. And razors, straight razors, a beautiful thing. Clean them up, clean them eyebrows a little bit. Whatever you see later, like I said, you could always go back to. Don't sweat it. Don't stress yourself out. Pull them hairs out, you know, whatever ones kind of hang over. Don't get too crazy. Excuse me. Just using the corner to get in there. Get right to the straight razor action. You know what I mean? Finesse it. Get some of that hair off real quick. You can just have a clean surface area to work with. I like to go dry. Some people like to, you know, I mean, some customers like to have a little lubricant on there. I usually go dry on the edge up and the beard sometimes. I just feel like you get a sharper line like that. You know what I mean? Using the corner of that blade, just the corner, try to get all that facial hair off. You don't want none of that. Just keep a little mustache and a little chin cap. Like to these eyebrows. Don't go too crazy, guys. Just clean them up. Notice how I'm using the bottom end of the blade now, just to Just different parts of the blade for different areas. Whatever makes you more comfortable, so you don't cut some. You don't want to cut nobody, guys. Just be careful. Just using the corner of that blade, the back end of the blade. Now, just get around that ear. Always notice where you're placing the blade. I'm a little more experienced with it, so I kind of go at a faster pace. But if you're not that great with the razor, always one thing I could say is just watch where you're placing it at. You don't cut nobody. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you always use your thumb and kind of just, glide over the skin. Use your thumb first. The opposite hand, just use that thumb, pull the skin tight, and then just glide that razor. Take your time. Take your time. Ain't no rush. Sometimes we got to go a little faster pace. There's more customers, more clients in there. Right now, it's just me and my man, so I'm going to make sure I get them right. Man, a clean little taper, edge up, you could see it'll just bring something back to life. You know what I mean? My man had these braids for a few days right here, just a little quick rough up joints, just to hold them down. But this edge up, I'm just gonna bring it together. And guys, if someone's earpiece or something's in the way, the earphones or something, feel free to just ask them. I don't want you to have these on right now. Could you take, because sometimes it does get in the way. For me, it's all right. It is about making the client feel comfortable, relaxed. They want to hear a little music, or might got a little phone call going while you cut them, whatever. Yeah, he don't got too much hair on his face, so just a quick once over. Get all them neck hairs off. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, you know what I mean? Got a lot of new content coming out. Some new ideas, some new haircuts. Hit that notification bell. Throw that one on there. Kind of just drop it to a 1.5 and get these dark spots out. I don't know. I didn't like that little dark spot, so I'm going to go back. There you go. We got that out. Notice it was kind of hard to make a real straight line in there because the way they had pulled the braids. I didn't want to cut none of that off, and I didn't want to comb it out and take any of his hair out, so I just kind of went with what we had and worked it out. Taking that number 2 and just I'm gonna just go over like certain areas that I can't reach with the 1.5. Don't want it too light there. Go too light on that taper, then you're gonna have the Sean Paul joint. It's a little inside joke we be saying. You don't want the Sean Paul joint. I mean, some people it looks good on. sometimes people want to keep that little hair shelf, you know what I mean, to see the blend a little better. You don't want to take it down too much, too shadow. Notice how I take the guard off, put it back on. You know, when you see different things, you know, different ways to blend something, you're gonna be kind of all in between the guards. You know, you're gonna put the guard on, use that lever a lot on the side. Like I said, you know, you gotta figure out what works for you best. But at the end of the day, this is how I do it. Just put everybody's ideas together, you know, and put your own with it, you know. My man showing me these sneakers he bought for his daughter. Some little Nikes. Just a little gift for his little youngin'. Yeah, just go back sometimes and just go over your work. Make sure you got it finessed, best of your ability. You know what I mean? Like I said, nobody's perfect. You still gotta try. Get them right. Clip on, clip off, you know, whatever you see at that moment, just do it like that. You know what I mean? Always make sure you hold them braids up. You don't want to have an accident. Chop one of them joints off. That's looking good to me. Let's get it. Just a cleanup, guys. You know what it is. I mean, it's your boy signing out. The G.O.A.T. Barbers.